Okay, so we've had the blower door running for about 20 minutes now, and you can definitely feel the difference in air temperature in here. It's a lot colder. So Fleming, what are typically the steps that you take to document what you're looking for?
So now with the infrared camera, we have the option of taking the image, and in the past we would normally have brought out our smoke stick and maybe verified some of that draft. However, with the infrared camera, we can take the infrared image, we can take the digital image of the problem, and we can do a voice recording. The voice recording gets used when we get back to the office to build the report for the customer, so that we get exactly the detailed information in there. Instead of having your notepad and then those notations, which picture do they belong to, now everything is together in one package.
Wow, so you can work a lot faster and more efficiently.
Yeah, and no errors, no mistakes. Everything is very to the point and very precise on the information that the customer needs.
Okay, well, I know that we found some air infiltration in one of these canned lights here, so I know you wanted to take a minute to document your images as well as any type of notation.
Yeah, so right here we have a recessed light, definitely air infiltration, and recommend putting a insulation box on top of it, possibly replacing the light bulb with a CFL light bulb to produce less heat output and not having concern about overheating this particular fixture. That's usually the recommended if you can get to the backside of it with a insulation box. Otherwise, replacing recessed light fixtures with surface mounted fixtures is a good option too, but it's a little more involved and not everybody want to go that way.
So now, of course, we're looking at the window that we looked at before the blower door was on, where we thought we could see some air leak. Now the blower door is on, with the infrared camera, you can really precisely see where you need caulking and more insulation.
Yeah, actually on the window, it's usually, if you want to keep the old window, I recommend weather strippings and gaskets around the window, and maybe caulking along the edges here, and especially down on the bottom and on the top of the window. That's often where they forget to caulk. And again, it's simple fixes. It doesn't cost a fortune to do these.
We're back here in the family room, Fleming, where we saw before. We thought we could see some air infiltration from the seam where the fireplace meets the wall. Now, of course, the blower door is running, and it's very obvious what we got here. Definitely got air infiltration.
Yeah, exactly where the framed wall structure meets the brick fireplace. There's some air gaps, and that could be a very simple thing to fix. It may be caulking the interior and the exterior. That's going to make enough of a difference. So, you know, a couple of dollars at the hardware store for some caulking, and you may be done.
Yeah, that's a great way to demonstrate how the blower door and the infrared camera definitely work together, and they're two vital tools for performing an energy audit.
Yeah, the two of them are just, there's nothing that can replace it. It's pretty amazing. All right, Tom, well, this concludes the energy audit. We are ready to shut off the fan so that we can get some heat back on in the house.
And it looks like you have one more piece of equipment there.
Yeah, the last thing I do before I leave the house, it's just a good opportunity. I'm in the house and we can do a little bit of safety analysis on the fuel burning appliances. So we do a gas sniffing with this instrument here right on the gas pipes that feeds the hot water heater, stove, furnace heating system. And then we do a carbon monoxide gas leak check too, to make sure that those fuel burning appliances are not producing a high level of carbon monoxide.
Great. Well, as I understand it, you take all the information and, of course, create a report for the homeowner. I was looking through your report here, and you've got a lot of information here. You've got your infrared pictures. You've got your visual pictures that you were able to save with your FLIR infrared camera. In addition to that, you've got the moisture readings from your moisture meter, the pictures and the images and the video that you saved with your borescope. There's a lot of information in here for the homeowner.
Definitely, yeah. And that's the ultimate goal, to give them a very detailed report that they can work with themselves, or they can hand it to a contractor and say, these are the issues that came up from the professional energy audit, and this is where we need to focus our work.